Today, we're going to talk about if you should manage your own social media or hand it off.
So when you think about social media, there's the major ones: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. There's up and coming ones that are already starting to be pretty much large, like the Pinterest, Snapchat, TikTok. They've been around for a long time, so they're maybe not really up and coming, but they are large enough. But they don't necessarily have the same reach as, let's say, like a Facebook or Instagram. And the reality is, when you think about handing your social media off, it comes down to two things. One, can you keep up with the demand that you need when it comes to posting quantity, frequency, and quality? So if you can keep up with that demand, great, you can keep doing it. If you can't, handing it off may help. And then the second thing is, do you think the person that you can hand it off to can maintain the quality, your voice, and the messaging that you're trying to convey? Because if they can't, handing it off won't make sense either, because they can tarnish your brand by posting stuff that may not fit well with your brand. But generally speaking, I look at posting on social media as something that you need to do. Doesn't necessarily generate immediate ROI. It's very time consuming. You can use some tools to help, but still, to create that content and get it out there on a regular basis, even if you're repurposing, it can be a lot of work. And if your business is big enough, I do recommend just handing it off to someone.
Yeah, I think a good example of this would be Gary Vee. So in the early days, he was doing I think he just focused on Twitter and he did it all on his own. And I think when he first started with all these other channels, Instagram, he was doing it on his own. And then as his brand team got bigger and bigger, I believe it's over 30 people now, he now hires people to focus and post contextually to each of these channels, meaning that you can call it posting contextually, you can call it posting natively. But when you're doing that, you're thinking about, okay, if I'm going to post to Twitter, I'm going to post tweet storms and I'm going to write in a way that people are used to. Because if you're just copy and pasting from a blog post, people can tell that you're doing that. And same thing with LinkedIn, when you're doing a LinkedIn post as well, breaking it up. When you're doing YouTube or if you're doing the shorts, people can tell, right, when you're being lazy about it. So he's actually done a pretty good job of doing it across the board. I do know that for his Twitter, I believe he actually controls that himself. And for everything else, I believe he has people posting for it. So I think in the very beginning, you want to make sure that you get the voice down yourself before you hand it off. But I do think the future is very much, we're going to see a lot of job openings for people where it's like, even for us right now, I think I'm going to speak for both Neil and I, we would love to hire people that are really good at tweet storming for LinkedIn posts, for YouTube. If you're an expert at that, reach out to Neil or myself on Instagram, because we would love to hire you, because that is the future. Right now, I would say for me, I'm in control of my Twitter and my Instagram to an extent, and all the other channels are kind of off, but you can tell when it's not me. And also the same thing for Neil. You can tell when it's not Neil.
Yeah. But generally speaking, if you really want to scale and grow a big business, you need to hand it off and you need to have someone just manage it and take care of it in the long run. But again, it's a lot of work. It's not simple. And you just have to end up being patient with it, because you're going to have to teach that person and train them to really think and talk like you. So that way there's no disconnect between you and your audience and followers.
Final thing I'll add from my side is, if you go look at VaynerMedia or Team Gary Vee, they have a job posting out for a creator. And so it's a rolling admissions process where it's like, it doesn't even matter if you have a college degree or you have, we're just looking for your work. That's what their application looks like. And it's basically saying, hey, look, we don't care if you're good at Snap. We don't care if it's TikTok or whatever. If we care that you're really good at one thing, and then just send us your work and let us know how you would help us. So he's keeping it very broad, because it's so hard to find someone I think it's actually near impossible to find someone that's good at every single channel. There's just no way. There's too many things going on right now. So that's it for today. Go to marketingschool.io/live. That's LIVE. Check out our virtual and our live event, and we'll catch you later.